Hello, and welcome to the advice column. I'm so excited to share with you some tracking data ideas. So this email came to me from a teacher, and she said that last year she met with her students in a small group, like 5, maybe 4 students at a time. After she met with the students, she realized that she didn't really track the data. It took a lot of time, and she gave up on tracking because of that time and how much it took out of her time actually helping students and helping them with things that they might have not mastered and helping them also with enrichment activities. But this year, she wants to track the data, but she wants to save that time. So here are just some ideas of different ways that you could track this data but also save some time because I know it is. Now, however, at the beginning of this tracking, it is going to take some time to set up. So just remember that it is going to take some time to set all of these different ideas up. And so just remember that, but in the long run, you'll be thankful that you did it. So again, it's a lot at the beginning of the year, but after that, it gets better. So idea number 1 is this formative data. Right here, you can track different formative data. And I like to do this by, you can see up here, I would put the student's name. And then every single day I would submit and I would see all of the students' names that I worked with and how they did. You can add additional comments. However, for those additional comments, you have to write like which student you helped. But again, that could be maybe nice for you if that's what you're working on. I'm going to walk through real quick kind of what that looks like. This one right here is without a Google form. This one right here is with a Google form that got you this result. There's another video that goes into more detail. So if you go to this and you go to slide number 4 right now, you can click these links and they will take you to the additional resources. So right here, this one is a Google Sheet. You would just have this open. You would have all your students' name and you would just click mastered, progressing. If you wanted to add additional comments, you could add another column and you could add those maybe like additional comments right into this spreadsheet. I like to do it by standard. So that way I can see, okay, we're working on this standard. The student has mastered. We're standards-based gradings from K until 5th grade. And so it makes it really easy when you're doing those reports at the end of the year. This is set up with conditional formatting. And again, there's more resources here, but if you do need additional help, I am more than happy to also co-plan or help you set this up. But you have to let me know. So right here's the Google form. And if you scroll down, it will allow you to make a copy of this Google form. So here's the Google form and how you have to set it up. You put the assignment name here. And then you would type all your students right here. And it is tricky when you set this up. It's a checkbox grid. And you can see right here, I've got all of my single students in the rows. And then the columns is like the labels. Did they master it? Did they progress? Where are they at when I'm doing this formative check-in with them? Then down here, you have this additional comments where you can write those additional comments. But you have to remember, you have to actually type student 1 and then what happened. So that does get kind of messy because there's so much. But it is super easy. So right here, I can do the preview. And then I can click how my students are doing. Okay, and then I could add additional comments if I wanted to, and then I can submit. And then if I'm the teacher wanting to look at this data, I pull open this spreadsheet. I can set up that conditional formatting. This already has it set up. And I can see, okay, student 1 is rocking this. They have done mastery for so many times that this is great. Student 2 is progressing and so on and so on. So you can look at it that way. I can see what the assignment was. I can see the date that it was timestamped from the Google form. So again, it's totally up to you. I also kind of like it because on the Google form, I can submit another response and then I can say, okay, oh, I haven't met with student 2 today. Student 2, come up and let's go ahead and meet real quick. Student 4, we haven't met yet. And I can call all of these students up as I'm grading them. And then at the end of the day, I hit that submit button. So that is idea number 1. Idea number 2 is getting students to track it. So I have a teacher that uses this and her students track the data. Again, there's a video, but the students, what they do is they put in their email, they find their name on this list, they choose what domain they're working on, they find their course that they're working on, and they start to put in their score, and there's also this reflection. So I feel confident, I could use some more practice, and then there's some hints. And again, there's a video that goes into more detail. And then right here, it creates a, it uses Doc Appender. And what Docappender does is it creates a nice little table for your students. So you can see right here, there's directions for Docappender. And then I'm going to go ahead and request access so I can open these up for you guys. But what you'll do is you can see these different examples. So let me go to the profile that has access to these. And on of those examples, you can pick which one you like best and then just help your students set it up, or it will actually be set up for your students. And then I use like Google Classroom. Again, there's a video for that. So there's this one, and this is student tracking. So this is all the students, and then you're able to go in and you can leave comments, you can make notes, but then it's kind of nice because if you're conferencing one-on-one with kids, you can pull this up and you can see all of their data in one spot and they can share that with you. And again, I assign this in Google Classroom so that every single student gets a copy, and then it's easier to find it later. Another idea is mini groups. So maybe you want your students to sign up, or you can sign up your students if you're looking over some data. Again, there's a video here if you need help. But on this one, you can see class 1, the students sign up. They need assistance with their video. Here they need more evidence for their podcast, so they need help with that. Here they need help with their one-pager. Here they need help with their infographic. And you could put whatever you wanted up here. So maybe if it's writing, I need help with my intro. I need help with my body. I need help with the conclusion. And then again, students sign up. There's a limited number of spaces. And then once that's signed up, here's my data. I can see what they needed help with. So that could be another option. Or you could pair some of these if you like idea 3 and 1 together. You could do that as well. This one's really cool too. It does take, again, some setup at the beginning. But right here is like the overview step by step. There's a video also to walk you through how to set this up. But the final result is actually really, really cool. And it creates autocrat, and it also has the parents a part of this too. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet. And this one's the original spreadsheet. So let me go ahead and open up my kind of the one that I moved. And again, I'm going to open up all these links for you guys. I've been doing some reorganization of my drive, which was a mistake, but I'm hoping in the long run, I'm going to be really, really happy about that. Okay, so right here, we've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And Louise helped me set this up, who is an amazing educator. So this is why you need that PLN to really help you grow too. So I can type in here how student 1 did. Are they here? Are they not? I can use this with other teachers to kind of also go in and help. And then what happens is over the period of time, I see all of the weeks all together for students. So like week 1, I would type in all my students' name here. So every single student's name is typed. I can then go in and I can create, I can set up my conditional formatting if I wanted to. I can write whatever I need to in here. And then once I have all these weeks set up, it's kind of cool. Over here, it has student 1. And it's pulling that data from student 1. So I can see, oh my gosh, they've been absent every single Monday, or whatever I need to do. Or I'm noticing a pattern here. On Tuesdays, they're really struggling. So what's going on there? And then there is a place for notes here. So then you can see all of those different notes. And then you can have that conversation with that student as you're looking over some of those different things. So again, this one could be really helpful too. And I like it because you see, again, every single student all together. And then if you want to see the individual student, you can see the individual student as well. So there is a way to also do that. And I need to go back into revision history because there's so many different things that are happening here. So this one is a pretty lengthy way to set this up. But again, I can go in and then I can share this with the parents. So here's student 1's data, and I can see how they're doing. I see the notes. And then I can share this page with the student or the parents and the student so that way they can see. And again, that video walks through step by step by step how to set all of that up. So if you're interested, there's a ton of resources on how to create that as well, or you can invite me in as well. And then finally, maybe none of these ideas work. Well, then let's design together. So invite me in for a meeting and let's create something that we could add for idea number 5 to help other teachers. So again, if you need to email me, there's a template on what you could email me. You can send me a Google chat message, and then right here, Google Forms, maybe you have another idea. So if you have another idea, fill out this Google form, type in your email, your name, what advice you have. So this was tracking data. And then what advice you have about tracking data, include any links or resources. And I am happy to share those. Maybe somewhere on here we can make like an additional resources page, because this is not the only ideas for tracking data. There's so many different ideas, but I hope that helps. And again, invite me in if you want to go over this, or if you need help using this with students that first time. Happy to help as you might need it. So again, that was tracking data. I hope you find one of those ideas to be helpful.